So my name is Michel Bauwens. I'm the founder of the Peer-to-Peer Foundation, and we study peer production, peer governance, and peer property. And I gave a lecture yesterday focusing on sustainability models for peer-producing communities. If you look at peer production, it's producing value in common, and you have input, process, and output, right? So the input, if you don't have open and free raw material, you simply cannot work together. So it's kind of the very basis needed. So if people want to self-aggregate the networks and do things together, if there's no open data, they actually can't work together. So it's a really precondition for everything else to occur. Well, if you're familiar with the matrix, right, the blue and the red pill, and so basically who controls the interpretation of the world controls your world, because you have no idea that there is another world. So I feel that opening data and giving the freedom of interpretation is actually a key in human freedom. If somebody else mediates and interprets that for you, then you're dependent on the limitations of their worldview. And I think that open data kind of opens up, kind of freedom, creating multiple worlds of meaning and value. In the P2P Foundation, we are actually interested in how we can find new ways of producing value that is outside of the for-profit model. This is not to say that we don't want any market entities, but we would like the market entities to operate in a different way. And so we work around open design, actually mostly. Open design communities that design physical things, and therefore if you create a business ecology around it, they already have to take into account the logic of open design. So a company designs for planned obsolescence. It's not going to be sustainable because they need to sell the next batch. If the community does have sustainability, then the companies design using those designs will actually have sustainable designs. So, you have open knowledge, open code, and open design. So, kind of our approach is to not just the data, but actually, everything. So for us, open data is important. It's just kind of part of the overall mix. I think basically open data is the first floor, right? So what I hope is that in 5 or 10 years this will be boring and kind of a given. Like, we pay the taxes, so anything that's publicly available should be open data, period. And it should no longer be actually a movement. It should just be the basic situation, so that we can move to the second and third levels. What I would question is, why only the government? You look at Facebook, we're also producing the value for Facebook and Flickr and Google. So why don't we know anything about their processes? Why is the design closed and secret? So I'm an advocate of open book management to create corporate entities that actually accept transparency. And that's a whole different issue than open government data.